Hi yogis! Welcome back for another intermediate vinyasa practice. Today we're going to focus on my favorite pose, handstand! It's so fun to get upside down. There's a couple things to remember in this. Number one, warm up your wrists before you do handstand. Number two, keep a strong core. We're not working with handstand in the form of scorpion or any type of back bend in this video. We're focusing more on a long lined, we'll say straight handstand. Number three, it is possible for you to do a handstand. So one of the things that stands in the way for most people, one of the biggest things that stands in the way for most people is self-belief. I remember the first time that I saw someone press up in a handstand in front of me and I thought to myself, no fucking way I'll ever do that. It's not possible for me. But as I started to practice, as I gained confidence in headstand, gained confidence in forearm stand, I started to believe that I could do it. And with the right training, anyone who has at least one arm can do a handstand. 15 minutes a day of handstanding every day, and doing this video every day, will get you within a couple of weeks or maybe just a couple of months into your handstand. Sit with your hips on your heels, reach the arms out wide to the sides, and make fists with your hands. And start to roll your wrist backwards. So you might hear a little bit of a kind of snap, crackle, pop sensation. Snap, crackle, pop, Kellogg's Rice Krispies. That's just the synovial fluid. As the joints start to loosen, it creates a little bit of popping. And switch to the opposite direction. Continue to roll your wrist. And slow down the rolling. Bend the elbows. Spread the fingers so you're in a little cactus type of stance. Close your fist. Open your hands. Close your hands. Open your hands. Now you're at a rave party. Closed and open. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Now for a moment, pull your shoulders down, shoulder blades as far away from the ears as possible. This is not what happens in handstand. In fact, when the arms go up, the shoulder blades lift. So the shoulder blades will rise up slightly towards the ceiling. There's still space for your neck. Keep the space for the breath. Draw the low belly in. Again, rave party hands. Hands go in and out. Aw, yeah. Bring the arms out wide to your sides. Bring your right hand forward. Flex your palm. Fingers point down. Take your left hand. Place it on top of your right hand, bend your right elbow. Then press your right arm straight as you pull back with the fingers. So the right fingers come back, left hand pulls gently, stretch into your right forearm. Make a fist with your right hand, turn the fist up, left hand on top, pull back with your left hand, press forward with your right hand in the fist. Try and keep your spine nice and long. Hips grounded on top of the heels as you do this little practice. Then other hand, left wrist out, fingers point down, right arm to the side. Bring your right arm under, palm to palm, fingers face up on the right hand. Straighten left arm, press forward and flex through the wrist. Now for some people this is going to feel like, and for other people, it's like, oh. And then for some people, it's like, Whatever you're feeling, just breathe into it. Switch, make a fist with your hand. Press your knuckles up to the ceiling, bend at the wrist. Grab on with your right hand. Pull backwards. I move my hands down just slightly so you can see my face. Although, for better form, keep the arm straight out from the shoulder in the same line. And gently let go. If you'd like, you can repeat that section. You can also continue to do a few more wrist warm-ups, something that turns the hands forward and back. It really depends on what your body feels like today. save time, we'll move on. Curl the toes under, straighten your legs, lift yourself up. Come to stand at the top of your mat, well, almost the top of your mat with a little bit of extra space. Hip distance apart in the feet. Arms down by your side, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck in the chin to the chest, round down nice and slow as the spine rounds like crazy. Once you have no more exhale left, pause, inhale. Exhale, roll it down. So we're more into the lower back now. Get close to the ground, yet not touching quite. Once there's no exhale left, hold the breath. Shift the body weight forward, but relax your toes. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Each vertebrae gets the attention that it deserves. Lower, middle, upper back, then pelvis faces the ceiling. Here, you could grab onto your elbows and let your upper body hang. This is the first inversion of our class. And handstand is an inversion, so the head is still below the heart, although our feet are on the ground. This is preparation for our handstand. You can bring the arms close to in line with the ears, feel the shoulder blades begin to rise up. Then if you'd like something a little bit different, place your hands down onto the ground, put some pressure in your hands, and then just practice moving one hand in one direction and then the other one to follow. Fingers can turn in, fingers turn out to the corners of the mat, fingers turn back, heel of the hands turn in. Go in whichever pattern you want here. When you touch the floor, press into the index finger knuckle, the middle finger knuckle, the place underneath the pinky finger knuckle, and all of the tips of your fingers. Then if you reached for the elbows, please switch and grab the opposite elbow. And we'll join the elbow friends. Ooh, can I remember which one? I think this was the one that was forward. Body weight into the front of the feet. Bend your knees if you need to. Both hands toward the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine, half lift. Strong core. Draw the belly button in, create natural curve in your back. Exhale and fold forward. Again, inhale, lengthen the spine. When you come up to your half lift, you might be here for the natural curve of the spine, especially if you're tight in your back body. Exhale, slow, bring yourself back down. All the way up to standing. Inhale, lengthen, reach the arms wide to the side and up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, reach up through the crown of your head. Exhale, ground down in the feet. Inhale, shift the knees slightly forward. Exhale, pelvis is neutral. Inhale, energy through the fingertips. Exhale, strong front of your thighs. Inhale, biceps in line with the ears. Exhale, bottom lower ribs in. Slowly sink deeper. Arms reach out in front of you. It's like you're sitting into a child-sized chair. Get your butt down nice and low. Child-sized chairs are really teeny. Really, really teeny. Maybe your bum comes down to the heels. Not gonna happen for me today or ever in my life so far. Sit down, roll back. Once you're on your back, reach around the legs. Grab onto opposite elbow if you can, or just hug your legs in. And let your body rock side to side slightly. Feel the lower back touch the floor like you're giving it a little massage. Then switch, grab the other elbow on top. Whoa! A little extra roll is a bit fun as well. Let go of the elbows. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling and flex your feet. So we're looking for a perfect L shape. And take your hands just onto the lower part of the belly, very close to your hip bones. Draw the lower back towards the floor and feel this area begin to firm up. This is our transverse abdominis, the muscle that wraps around the body like a corset. We want to keep it super, super strong in order to come into our handstand and maintain the shape. You could stay here to go further, point through the feet, lower down a third of the way. Your lower back stays connected to the mat the entire time. Don't let the lower back come up. No cheating, guys. Lower down, halfway, almost towards the floor. Keep pressing the lower back down. Shoulder blades come towards the mat. Send the energy through your toes, legs strong. Lower the legs down 2 inches off the ground. Make a little earthquake with your body. Let the body shake. Push the lower back into the floor. Hollow body. And both feet come down to the earth. Point through your toes, bring the legs together, or flex through the feet. It's up to you. They have slightly different energies. Personally, aesthetically, I like pointed toes in handstand. Reach the arms up over top of your head. We'll mimic our handstand position. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Flatten the lower back as close to the ground as you can. And imagine you're pulling the body in opposite direction. You can go from flex to pointed a few times if you feel cramping in your legs. Bring the arms up off of the ground, arms in line with your ears. This is step number 2. Imagine you're pushing down with your hands, let the shoulder blades ride up. Then next step, hover your feet. Lower belly comes in. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in towards your chest. Rock up for boat pose. Rock up onto your butt and back onto your shoulders again. Do it 2 times. And pause. Shins parallel to the ground. Create length in your spine and roll to the front of your sitting bones. Then arms out in front of you, palms face up. If you'd like a little extra challenge, extend your right leg to the ceiling. Toes pointed, and gaze up at your first toe. And bend your right knee. Left leg comes up, extend through the left thigh, extend through the left toes. Core strong and steady, open up through your chest. Remove too much rounding through the spine. And bend the knee. One more option, because it's intermediate. Straighten the right leg up, left leg down, close to the ground but not touching. Lengthen, lift up through the chest, breathe. 3, 2, 1, bend the knees. Other side, left leg comes up, point through the toes. Right leg down, close to the ground, hold strong. Let your body feel light, like you're floating, and bend both of the knees. You can either rock back and forth a few times to come up through Utkatasana or just stand yourself up. Rock back, onto the shoulders, come up, push up, onto the shoulders, lift up, Utkatasana. Yay! Utkatasana. Stand all the way up. Separate the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, open your chest, open the arms. Exhale, press your heart forward, send your bum back and hinge from the waist. Use your core as you lower down. Both of the hands to the ground. Shift the body weight into the hands. Let the shoulders go over the wrist a little bit. Bend the knees. Take a little jump back. Push down with the hands. Bring your hands a bit closer to the feet. Forward onto the hands, back with the feet. Forward to the hands, back with the feet. See if you can get just a little bit of air. And then we'll go the opposite direction. Hands move forward. Shift the body weight onto the hands and grip with the tips of your fingers, like you're making little tiger claws on your mat. As the hips lift up over top of the shoulders, see if you can find a moment of floating, a moment where your feet come off of the ground. Otherwise, just jump. Come forward, float, feet down. Lift up, weight into the hands, float, feet down. Bum up nice and high to get the float. Because if your center of gravity, your butt, your pelvis is too low, we won't float. One more time. Press down, lift up, touch, float. And fold the body forward, relax your head, relax your neck. One more time to the back because it's interesting. Hands forward, body weight into the hands, float it back. Just a little bit of pressure at first. Get used to shifting the body weight forward into the hands and catching yourself. It's a form of handstand training. Then walk the hands forward into a really beautiful hands forward into a really beautiful restorative down diggity dog. Roll through your spine. Inhale, round the back, lift up the heels, come forward into a high plank, high push-up position. From a short dog, the shoulders go a little over top of the wrist. Bend the knees, send the bum up towards the ceiling. The head stays forward, chest stays forward. Heels down, bum up, and head and shoulders in last. Again, inhale, round the spine, come forward like you're moving through a plank cat pose. Pause, puff through the middle of your shoulder blades. Really push the hands away. Then, long spine, bend the knees, bum goes up to the ceiling, press back with the legs. Head is the last thing to come in. With straight legs, body is a wave. Inhale, round the spine forward, strong high plank position. Bend the knees to modify, or with straight legs, same thing. Chest comes forward, head forward, and into place. Inhale, round the spine, come forward to a nice high plank, high push-up. Shift your body weight onto the pinky toe edge of your right foot, inner edge of your left foot. Balance on just one hand, reach the left arm up to the ceiling for a side plank position. Grip with the tips of your right fingers, open your heart. If you'd like to go further, stack your left leg on top of your right leg. Further still, bend your right leg, flatten your right foot, and grab onto your left big toe with your left fingers. If you don't have the warm up in the hips yet, it's okay. Lift the left leg up, straighten your right leg, breathe. Focus on your bottom hand, core strong. And let go of the foot, lower the left hand towards the floor, keep the left leg up, press your left leg high towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale down, downward facing dog. Inhale, round the spine, come forward to a high push-up. Your body is a wave with straight legs or bent knees. Press it back, do diggity dog. Inhale, round forward, high plank position. Exhale, push it back, down dog. Last one for good luck. Inhale, round forward, strong, strong body. Exhale, a little bit of feminine elegance and grace as we push back. Other side. Inhale, roll forward to a high plank. Pinky toe edge of the left foot to the ground, inner edge of the right foot. Then reach the right arm up nice and high to the sky. Spread through the right fingers. Ground down through your left hand. Place the right foot on top of the left foot, balance. Maybe bend the left leg, flatten your left foot on the floor. Reach and grab onto your right big toe. Right leg goes up towards the ceiling. Straighten the left leg if you can. Strong core. Press your belly in. Let go of the right foot with your right hand. Right leg stays up. Pivot on the left foot. Three-legged dog. Right foot towards the floor. Down dog. Take a moment in child's pose to let your body recover. Shoelace side of the feet down, bum to the heels, reach the arms forward. Curl the hands as far away from you as you can. Lift the elbows off the mat. Press away with the hands. Shoulder blades rise up towards the ears and lengthen into the sides of your torso. Without actually moving the legs, squeeze your legs together. Engage the inner thighs. The inner thighs have a direct fascial connection to your abdominal muscles. Work it. Three. Two. One. Walk the hands in nice and close to your body. We'll do our first actual handstand of the practice. This first one is the jump entry into handstand. So now we'll get into our first actual handstand. If when you do arms up towards the ceiling, you need a wider V shape because there's a lot of tightness up in this area in the trapezius, then you're gonna need to take a wider stance in your hands, especially if you're really built up muscularly here, because that's what's gonna give you the space needed to come into a handstand. If here isn't comfortable when you're standing, here is not going to be comfortable when your hands are on the ground. Also, if you're more of a beginner, taking the arms wider does have a tendency to make handstand a bit more doable. Keep in mind this is temporary. We don't keep the hands super wide for our entire handstand practice forever. After a few weeks of balancing on handstand with the arms nice and wide, then start to tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up until you get a more energetically efficient form of handstand where we create the lines in the body. First version of handstand is the jump entry. So you'll place your hands down onto the ground. You can take your hands a bit wider than shoulder distance if you know that you need that. Walk your right foot in as close as you possibly can and extend the left leg up to the ceiling. The swing, the jump, comes from the bottom leg. So a little jump is what's going to get you there. We're not swinging the left leg up to get the momentum because that tends to topple people over. So shift the body weight into the hands, bend the right knee, take little jumps. Come all the way up, find your balance and maintain it. And then come back down. Do it on the other side. Right leg comes up, bend the left knee, take little jumps, then find your balance, maintain it, and stay for as long as you can. You might need to come down. This is our first handstand jumps. We're gonna stay here for a few minutes. Jump up, stay for a moment or two, or stay for a long time if you choose. Come down, do it on the other side. Then we'll practice some scissor jumps. So again, hands down, bend the knee, jump. Get the hips stacked. Other foot comes down. Jump. Other foot comes down. Scissors. Whew. Scissor jumps are fun. The next version that we'll do is a split leg press into handstand. Now this does take time to learn how to do, but it's really nice when you get it. It's a feeling of tipping into the handstand. Once the upper body is nice and strong, the tip will come really well. One leg goes up to the ceiling, that knee will bend to tip in. Both hands down to the ground, close to your feet. Spread the fingers, push into the tips of the fingers, lean forward, tip into it, lengthen the arms, and then maybe bend the knee towards your chest. Maybe bring the legs up towards the ceiling. Focus on one point and come down. Other side. If that's not working for you, do your hops. Lift up. I'm going to bring my foot a little bit closer. Body weight into the hands. Bend your right knee, lean forward, lift, hold, bend the knee in. Whoa, it didn't quite work. We always have a fun side of the body. This one's mine. One more time. Lean forward, bend, lift. Yeah, all the way up. Oh, coming down. Some days you've got it, some days you don't. So it's working into our handstand. We're going to add this into a sequence, a short little vinyasa flow to finish up the standing part before we cool it down. Please come to the top of your mat. Stand with the feet hip distance apart. Be sure that there is some space at the top of your mat. That's where the hands will go. Inhale, bend the left knee to the chest, reach the arms up. Exhale through airplane, hands by your hips, left leg straight back behind you, hip down. Inhale, both hands to the mat, take the hands wide. Exhale, shift the body weight to the hands, right heel up, left knee bends. Inhale, lift up or do a little jump. Both legs come together, left foot down, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, nice and smooth. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Reestablish your hands and your feet. Inhale, round through the spine, come forward, high plank, high push-up position. Exhale with straight legs or bent knees, wave it back into the dog. Inhale, right leg straight up to the ceiling, point your toes. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, left foot to the ground, straighten the right leg. Grab your right foot. Exhale, right foot towards the floor. Left arm up to the ceiling or up through the side to the front for a nice leaning triangle. If the arm over your head is too much, left arm straight up. Gaze down to the ground, up onto the tips of your fingers. Lift your left heel off of the ground. Pull your right foot up. Hold 3, 2, 1. Right foot down. Bend the right knee. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, bend the left leg. Inhale, left foot to the front, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Now, if you've got the same space that you started with last time, great. If you don't, lean into the hands. Little hop back. Ooh, too far. Little hop forward. Fold it down all the way. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms wide, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, right knee towards your chest. Exhale, airplane. Keep your right hip level, balanced on the left leg. Inhale, both hands come down, leg stays high. Exhale, body weight forward into the hands, right heel up. Bend the knee, lean into it. Maybe bring both legs up. Oops, early scissor, right leg down. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Take a deep breath in, round forward, high plank position. Exhale, wave it back, straight legs or bent knees to the dog. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling, right heel down. Exhale, lift right heel, bend left knee to right elbow, hold. Right foot to the floor, left palm flat, grab your right foot, left foot, pardon me. Extend left leg to the side, hold on with the right hand. Bring the left foot towards the ground, up towards the top right corner. Inhale, right arm up over top of the ear, or right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Turn the palm down, lengthen the right inner arm. Inhale, exhale, right hand towards the ground. Come high up onto the tips of the fingers, lift your right heel, left hand in as well. Float your left leg up, heel rises. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, head and chest forward. Exhale, bend the left leg. Inhale, right foot beside left foot. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart if they're not already. Lift up one foot, slide the hand underneath, and step up as high to your wrist as possible. Other hand, other foot. Give your hands a little massage, some extra wrist love. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look at the floor. Exhale, shift the body weight into the front of the feet and hover your heels up. You could just keep the heels down. This is an extra little balance play. Both heels to the floor. Big toes together. Open the knees wide, drop the bum down. Come into a nice little squat. You can wrap the arms around, maybe grab onto your wrist and curl your body in. And both hands to the floor. Rock back onto your bum. Soles of the feet come together, butterfly pose. Inhale, lengthen, lift your chest. With the elbows, press into the middle thighs. Tilt at your pelvis, lean forward. Lead with the belly button. As the legs open, press the big toe knuckles of your feet towards each other. Don't worry about how low you go. It's not about being most flexible. Everything and anything is possible. We're capable of much more than we give ourselves credit for. And our perception of ourselves can be what's limiting us. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, get a little bit deeper. Let go of the fear of failure. Show up big for yourself. You are fucking awesome. Inhale, lift the torso up. Shift the body weight onto the sit bones and grab onto your heels. Keep your left toes down, right leg straight out to the side. That's the modified version. You might choose to switch and do the other side as well. You can do that 2 more times, or right leg comes up. Make sure that you do both sides equally. Hold strong. Lengthen your spine. Find the balance. Use the core strength that you already developed. Then very gently, bend both of the knees. Roll backwards onto your back for happy baby. With the hands, pull the feet down. With the feet, press the hands up and flatten your lower back on the floor. Back of the head can touch the earth. Soften the eyes. Lower both feet towards the ground. Toes point straight forward. Hands at the side of your hips. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under. Lift up 1/4 of the way. Exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale. Inhale, lift up 3/4 of the way. Hold. Exhale. Inhale, lift up all the way. Hold. Exhale, lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring the left arm up over your head. Roll onto your belly. And bring your right arm straight out to the right side. You might need to wiggle back onto your mat. Left hand at the side of your body. Tips of the fingers touch the floor. The left elbow is up like a little spider fingers with a grasshopper arm. Lean onto your right shoulder. Roll the hips, left hip on top of right, head down. Maybe bend both of the knees. Right knee comes up over top of the mat. Left knee towards the ceiling. Stretch into the shoulder. It's a little twist. The left hand is there for stability. If you'd like to go further, bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Knees both point up towards the ceiling. The right arm stays flat, straight out from the right shoulder the whole time. And straighten the right leg, followed by your left leg. Switch sides. Left arm out to the left, T-shaped position. Up onto the tips of your right fingers, like a little spider, as mentioned before. Roll, right hip on top of left hip. Bend the right knee, place your right leg back behind you, head down. You can bend the left leg as well if you'd like to rest with your left knee towards the floor. The right hand doesn't actually need to stay there, but it can be nice to offer a little bit of extra stretch to the shoulder, extra twist. Then if you'd like to go further, bring both knees up to the ceiling, both feet down to the floor, and maybe the back of your pelvis to the ground. Let the exhale lengthen. Allow the shoulders to open. And straighten the left leg. Roll onto your belly. You can do a belly Shavasana here, or you can sit yourself up for meditation. For the sake of timing, and because I don't have much storage left on my phone, namaste. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm coming out with tons more videos for you. And let me know if you've got any questions by putting them into the comment section. Please practice your handstands. Send me videos. You can do it through Instagram to Acacia Jade Yoga when you are practicing your handstands, because I would absolutely love to share with my community what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye.